And we are live. Good morning, friends. I was supposed to play an intro that I did not play. However,
You threw me
we're
off, right?
so whoops. I can tell we're going to have a good show already. Hello, dance friends, and welcome to Coffee Talk, sponsored by the International Dance Entrepreneurs Association, also known as IDEA. You can learn more about IDEA at ideadance.org. Coffee Talk is for those who share a passion for dance education, dance teaching, studio ownership. You just can't let the dance thing go. As we start today's broadcast, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're from. Also, throughout today's broadcast, if you have questions, feel free to post them. We'll try to get to them. And now, allow me to introduce my co host. It's Laura Giacomelli Hunkowski from Pennsylvania. She is the owner of the Libra Dance Studio. She's a member of IDEA and a leader in the Gold Alliance. Welcome, Laura.
Hi, Rhee. Good morning. Thanks for having me today. How you doing?
I can't complain. How about you?
Same. It's been a good morning so far. Costumes are
How's
coming in,
studio?
so it's been studio's great. Very busy. I ordered hundreds of company costumes. I'm trying to get them done early this year to avoid any issues. So I was in my garage that has turned into costume land and digging through like 200, 300 costumes that have come in so far.
Wow, good for you. You are on top of it. You might be making some of our listeners feel a little jealous.
Well, I was going to go to UDMA this weekend and I was going to look at everything and then order, but I just was like, nope, we're going to make this happen now. I was like, usually I wait until after that. So this is very early for me, for sure.
I think the sooner the better right now.
Yeah.
I really do. If we can get it done now and get those orders in and avoid that spring stress that I think everyone listening and watching knows about, why not do it now?
Agreed.
But I will say, when I was a kid and my mother would order costumes, you'd order costumes in February or March, and you get them in 2 months. You know.
I mean, even when I first opened 12 seasons ago, I would order my company costumes for, we would compete. Those would be in November. And then my recital costumes I'd order in January. And then I had some issues, so I bumped everything back to November. And then I think, obviously, we know everything in the world has changed since the pandemic. And I want to make sure that I get the first pick company costumes that I want. So I ordered company costumes last week, and then my recital costumes will be done in November. But I feel like everything's just changed, unfortunately. And this is one of the things that I feel like if you want to get that first pick, which I do, you order them early,
Yes, our dance industry changed a whole lot over the last few years. And I know that the pandemic was tough for us, but I also think we came out a stronger industry.
Oh, 100%. And smarter.
Yeah, smarter. And also open to all kinds of new opportunities that might not have come our way prior to all of this.
100%.
So I just got done this weekend with a benefit. It was called Baubles and Bow Ties. It was run by my friend Michelle Sudier in North Carolina. She owns the Miller Street Dance Studio. And about $80,000 was raised.
That's incredible.
For Dancers Against Cancer. For those of you that are listening that aren't familiar with it, check it out.
And that was our last coffee talk, so they can even refer to that.
Yes, we did have a coffee talk previously all about it. Yep. In the last 2 weeks, I've been to 2 benefits shows for Dancers Against Cancer, and what it's doing and how important it is to those who receive these donations It's almost overwhelming, almost brings you to tears when you watch this happen. And it's dancers helping other dancers. So please, if you haven't heard about it, whatever, check it out at I'mADancerAgainstCancer.org. And there's no apostrophe in I'm. Telling you that out of frustration.
It sounds like there's a backstory to that, Rhee.
Yeah.
Look for it.
So our guest today, I'm so excited for Jackie Sleight. When I went to her bio this morning, it said, the first thing it said is, she is fearless. And you know what? I actually think that is a great way to describe her. During the pandemic, we spent several Saturday nights talking to dance teachers and studio owners, laughing. Sometimes we had as many as 15,000 people view our conversations. I so much appreciate how she makes people feel better and inspires people, and is so natural. With all that said, we're going to bring her on momentarily. And before we do that, check out this commercial for the 2023 Dance Life Teacher Conference, which is going to be at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And by the way, I haven't put it out there yet, but Jackie Sleight will be joining us in Las Vegas.
Ooh, nice.
Enjoy. And here we are. That was actually a commercial for the conference and our new event called Soul, which is for dancers. Miss Jackie, how are you?
Hi, Rhee. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Say
welcome.
hello to everybody.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. I know. It's weird, right? No.
No, that's
No,
a good thing. That's great to hear.
I am at my friend's house in Detroit in his son's room. So I'm not sure what's happening here, but it's all good.
With you center, it's beautiful.
Oh, there you go. Good one. Let's
No,
go.
I meant it from the bottom of my heart, Miss
I know.
Jackie.
Okay.
Tell us what's new. What are you up to right now?
Getting ready to have season start again on convention. First week of November. It's been a crazy summer, like crazy. We did our nationals at the beginning of July, and that's a lie. We did this thing called Final Cut, which leads into nationals, which is one of my favorite weeks of the whole year. And then we did nationals, and then we do an event called Kairos, and it's really small. We take 35 people only, and it's for kids who are about to take a step into the professional world because they get more information than they could ever get. Like, it takes 2 years to come here and you figure out what you're doing. So it's really good. We did that. And then I did a crazy thing this year, Rhee.
I was going to ask you about it. Are you going to talk about Full Circle?
Yeah.
Tell everybody. It's so cool that you did this. That's why you live up to the fearless label, my friend. Tell everybody.
It was scary. Okay, so for several years, I've wanted to do a dance concert. And I think you just have to say it out loud, and until you say it out loud, you're not doing it because you haven't made a commitment to anything. So, so I said it out loud. I'm doing a dance concert. Looked around for theaters, blah, blah, blah. Of course, one of the first things I did was call NOLA Lands and Dancers Against Cancer and try to see what we could do. And nobody was even alive in this year. Okay. In 1978, Roland Dupre started the Los Angeles Jazz Company. And it was the best people in the world. I mean, they were just unbelievable dancers. I have a good story. Anyway, I won't tell you because it'll just take more time. But so he did this and he put on this huge concert at the Wilshire Ebell Theater in Los Angeles. And the choreographers were, at that time, the best. It was Claude Thompson, Jaime Rogers, Joe Tremaine, Joe Bennett, Roland. It was just the blah. And I'm just this, like 20-something, know-nothing child. And so here we are back at the concert. I've wanted to do it. There has not been a concert in LA like with this intent. I don't think, maybe, I don't know if since then, I don't know. But I said, gee, I hope people come. And this was more money than I thought, well, I'm just going to live in a box. That's what's going to happen because there's no way I can do this. But so I looked at theaters. Then I thought, nah, it can't go here. So I rented the Wilshire Ebell Theater where Roland did his concert. And not one choreographer said no to me. Wow. Not one. So it was Mandy Moore, Tice Giorio, Liz Imperio, Michael Rooney, Al Blackstone from New York. It was insane. And we decided, because I owe everything on the planet to Joe Tremaine, and we decided, he did a dance in 78 that was in this concert for LA Jazz Company. He did a dance in 78 and it was like 15 minutes long. And it was called Zizix. Okay, there's a backstory. Zizix is the last road sign you see before you enter Las Vegas. And Las Vegas was a huge deal to him because when he started dancing, he did a ton there. So he named his dog Zizix. He named this dance Zizix. Anyway, I said, we're putting up Zizix. So I got stunning dancers. Stunning. And he was completely surprised when I told him. We all decided that probably should tell him ahead of time because it might be too much. It was the best thing that could have been done because at the end of the dance, which was spectacular because it was his choreography from 78, everybody stood up, lost their mind, and it closed the first act. Yep, lost it. But what was cool, I've never had that feeling in I don't know how long. Everybody, the audience set the tone outside before they came in. It was like this huge reunion and a zillion kids, younger people, 18, 17, 20. And I thought, they don't know anything. But they were walking around like, what is happening? And we did a museum. Which I still have every piece to. In part of the lobby, we did a huge museum about jazz, all the way back to the transatlantic, all the way back. So I was freaking out because I thought I can't cover everything, and people are going to go, oh, you missed this or you missed this. So I changed the name from museum to exhibit. But then in the lobby, and I will stop talking, Rhee, in the lobby, I had this girl make, and it was floor to ceiling, a family tree. And it had you were on it, my dear. Your name was on it. And it had all these leaves of jazz and where it came from. And the trunk went all the way down to slavery and back to where, and all these names came up. And then we had a basket of leaves there, and people wrote their names and stuck it up next to their teachers.
Wow.
It was,
That is incredible.
it was incredible. It was.
Are you doing this again? Or was it a once in a while kind of event?
Okay. Oh God. So I'm going to say this out loud.
Oh, no. This is like an announcement today.
It's happening. So there I was in the opening number. We
Ooh, look
oh,
at
I
this.
love you so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think of that, Jackie?
We're going to talk about that.
Is that a possibility?
It
Because
is a
I would figure
possibility.
out how.
I have it all stored. Oh my. Okay.
That would be amazing.
Okay, it only says Facebook user there, but whoever you are, we are going to see if we can.
We're going to
make
work
that
on this.
happen.
Holy
What a great
mackerel.
idea.
I love that. Okay. In the opening number, we did the Los Angeles Jazz Company had a logo, which at that time wasn't a surprise. Jazz positions and going across. And I put it up on the screen and I said, Los Angeles Jazz Company, originated by Roland Dupre in 1978. And that was the opening. And it was so cool. And people were like, huh? Okay. So everyone, and I don't like to, just blanket statement, said, are you going to do this again?
Mhm.
And I said, I don't think we can do this again. This won't happen again. But oh my God, Rhee, are you ready? I'm going to start the Los Angeles Jazz Company over.
Mm.
And here's how it's going down. So everybody has a company, but you know what? I'm too old for that. I did that. And when you're 24, you start a company. Okay. I called, of course, Dancers Against Cancer. And it's going to be the Los Angeles Jazz Company, whether it's presented by or whatever, but it's going to be a Dancers Against Cancer situation, thing, reason. And
Excellent.
yeah.
Incredible.
And I really thought, oh gee, will people come? La la la. And I said, Jackie, you're stupid. What an idiot. Duh. I'm going to take them to the people. Like when we're in Dallas, why would I not take the Los Angeles Jazz Company to perform? The people are there. I have the space. And then you pay to get in, and that money goes to pay the dancers because they're going to get paid.
Mhm.
And then all the other money goes to DAC.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's excellent. And now that you've said it out loud, you have to move forward.
I know.
Well, when would rehearsals, like, is this like in the works right now? Like,
No,
or
we're not rehearsing. We haven't looked for dancers yet or anything.
Okay.
I need to be realistic, maybe.
Right.
And say that.
But fearless.
Yeah. And say that it's going to premiere next summer.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Gives us time to find the right people and make it
what it's right. Gala 23 Dance Life Teacher Conference. I'm just bringing that up too.
Shut up.
Yes.
Let's go.
Wow, we're planning the whole conference right now.
Yeah, really. We have an exhibit. We have dancers. We got it all.
Job, and we don't have them yet. That's great.
We have no dancers. We have no show, but we know where it's gonna dance.
Oh my God, we have a great name. So there it is.
I love it.
Oh, I love you. Oh, Allison. Oh, okay. And okay, so here's the deal. Look, you don't even have to talk in this, Rhee.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Listen, whoever's listening.
Everybody hears me talk. Sometimes
Whoever's
I like
listening,
to be the quiet one.
Rhee asks me on here when he doesn't know what to say anymore. When he tired of talking, he calls me.
Okay, so Miss Jackie, I want to play something.
Oh, geez.
And then we're going to talk about this. I've said this to you a few times, and this morning when I went to look for your bio, this is the first thing that popped up. In 2007, I got together with a gentleman named Michael Knight, and we created something called Dance Life TV. And for a couple of years, traveled around this country in a motorhome, all kinds of studios, spent 2 weeks in LA. We lived on the beach somewhere in our motorhome and traveled into the city and did all of these interviews. And during that time, there was this one question, this one thing that I asked that has stuck in my mind all these years. And it came from Jackie Sleight. I have found it and I want to share it with
Oh,
everyone.
geez.
Hang on. I am not good at the share screen yet, so give me a second. Here it is. Share. Okay, so take a look at this. This is from 2007, and hang on. Here goes.
You're crazy.
Rhee, I can't hear it. I'm not sure if Jackie can
Oh, you
hear
can't
it.
hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Okay. Why can't you hear it?
Is it turned up on the screen itself?
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm so sad about that. Let me pause. So then I'm just going to have to do it this way.
Yeah, someone said share computer sound, maybe?
I'm on a different program. I'm on something called StreamYard. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, hang on. Laura, ask a question while I do a
Oh,
little
geez.
playing around
Sure,
here.
I would love to. Okay, so I have a couple questions written out.
Okay.
You are considered a jazz master teacher. In your eyes, what defines a master teacher? Because will say, as a studio owner, I am very fickle and particular about who I label coming in for a master class at my dance studio. I
Ooh.
I will say we have a guest teacher or, but I don't know. I feel like you're not 28 coming in as a master teacher. So I would love to get your opinion on what defines a master teacher at this point.
Yeah.
That's a deep one. I know. I'm going for it,
No,
Rhee.
it's not only a deep one. I can't wait to hear this answer. Go for it.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know, like, that there's an age, but I said something really terrible once. Rhee, I do. Every once in a while I say something and I go, oh, you shouldn't have said that. And then someone had brought in a child, and said, masterclass. And I said, if you can't drive yourself there, you're not a master teacher, because her mom had to bring her. Okay, this is not. So I actually prefer the word guest teachers, like kind of across the board, and then master teacher. That's tough for me because I'm not good with I'm not good with all that compliments and blah. I'm just not good. I'm still working on that in my life. When I was a dancer, I wouldn't say the phrase I'm a dancer for years. People would say, what do you do? And I'd say, I dance. but I wouldn't say I'm a dancer because I didn't think I was good enough. Even though I was working, I didn't think I was good enough to have the right to own that title yet.
Mm.
It was because it means a lot to me, so saying, oh, I'm a dancer, when I thought, no, you are nowhere near a dancer just because you got a job. Like, I dance. So I feel kind of the same now. There are master teachers for sure because they have been around. Does it have to do with age? Maybe a little. I hate to even say that. I know I can't answer this because I'm still the mindset that if someone goes master teacher, I go, oh God, I go, oh God, you should, I'm not good. Like guest teacher, I got that. So I don't know if it's just me. It's not just me. Does age have to do with it? Yeah, I think probably.
Yeah. I think age and maturity and also the amount of experience I'm a great choreographer. I would never say I'm a master teacher. I would say if I were to go teach somewhere, I say guest teacher, guest choreographer, guest dancer. You know what I mean? I would never, I don't know. I feel like that knowledge and it does take years to obtain that knowledge. So I think I don't want to say it's just because you're, 50 or 60, then you're a master teacher, because I think that it goes hand in hand with what you've taken from the industry and what you've given back to the industry. It's like that give and take. It's what
there it is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
I can't keep my mouth shut about this one. I've been quiet this whole show. You have to develop your core, your style, what you believe in, why you do what you do, and be able to explain that to somebody. I feel like there's a word that I like to use for the teachers, the younger teachers who maybe can't drive, who call themselves a master teacher, is a celebrity teacher.
Yes.
Okay, because you've been on So You Think You Can Dance, or you have built Instagram following. You have become a celebrity teacher, but that does not mean you are a master like a Joe Tremaine, a Luigi. You just don't do that at 21, 22.
And you know what? The celebrity teachers, I'm not saying one is more or less important. That is so important because the kids can relate.
Right.
Like it's straight. It's eye to eye. So those teachers have so much to bring.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going to say anything to the younger celebrity teachers, I would say choose your words carefully.
Yes.
Because what you say is gospel.
Yes.
I mean, I've learned that over the years, but these are their, their idols. These are the people that they look to, that are cool, that are happening, that are relevant right now.
Yeah. And that's the reason why a lot of them are going to certain dance conventions, because they recognize those names.
Yeah.
And when they're on stage, they're engaged obviously in class, but like they are like, it's a different awe when they see that.
It's a rock show. They're rock stars.
Yes, it's their celebrities. You're absolutely right.
And it's so cool. And they have a platform right now that could change everything for these kids. They have a platform that say the right thing and you're going to change somebody's life because you're really important right now.
Yeah. And I think it's also a platform for them to really take off in other branches of our industry, like to go on tour and, like with a convention. That's amazing to be flown out as a teacher to different cities and make connections and then maybe be asked to be a guest choreographer there or a guest teacher at the dance studios like that. If you play your cards right coming off of that your whole professional life can just explode into so many different ways. Like it's so incredible, but you're right. It's like you have to make sure that you choose your words right, both with the kids and then also with the adults in the room too. Like you have to make sure you're professional on both ends.
Completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And in calling someone, you kind of said it, but in calling someone a celebrity teacher and seeing them in action, you can say the future is bright, because those who continue
Yeah.
to study their craft are
Yeah.
going to make a huge impact.
Yes,
Mhm.
for sure. The level, I mean, if you look way back, ballet 100 years ago, more, you go, wasn't she something? Well, compared to now, she was something then, but now it is mind blowing.
Mhm.
So, and to watch the kids, rec kids are better than professional dancers used to be. You know what I mean? It's like crazy.
The level. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy what they're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know this. A lot of people pick on dance competition. I too, if we overdo it. Okay, I feel like it should be a part of what we do, not all
Not
that
at
we
all.
do. But that caliber of talent and the caliber of us as choreographers is a direct result of dance competition.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We can bitch and complain about the awards and all of that, but our
Mhm.
field would not be at the caliber that it is today if it hadn't been for the journey of dance competition over the last 20 or 30 years.
And I don't think I really realized that how much I enjoy when we were lucky. We still went to competitions during the pandemic, during that 2020, 2021 year. And Libra's not a huge competition studio. We go to 3, but we also do other performances. We do parades, we do conventions. So we try to mix it up, like what Rhee's saying. We do galas. But it was so interesting. I've always enjoyed watching other people's choreography, obviously, but that first year when we were allowed to be on stage and touch and lift, and my mind was blown with some of the choreography that was put out. I said, God, we were so in our box. And when they let us out of our box,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
like, let's go. I have my best stuff now. And I felt very much that way too. Like I just had so much like inspiration and emotions and like things I wanted to get out, and the kids wanted to get out. So like when they were dancing, and they had a happy dance, they were just so thrilled to express happiness. And when they had a sad dance, they channeled everything that they went through and like let it out on the stage. And it was just like I would stand in the back of the room. That's what I always do when I watch my dances. I always like to stay all the way in the back of the audience, and I would look around and I would hear oh, and I'm like, oh, that is such a compliment to like hear someone like, oh, about one of my, and then I hear myself doing it watching other dancers, like, oh wow, like, and I'm like, I hope that their choreographer heard that of me feeling that like natural, just like, oh, but that's one thing that this competitions really just, they make you think out of the box. They do put you in with the best of the best, and they make you push your dancers, but I think also your teachers and your choreographers too. And I think that's why the industry and the dance world is at the level where it's at, for sure.
Yeah, it's true. And if you there are not that many opportunities for kids to perform.
Yeah.
There just aren't that many opportunities. You've got a recital and maybe something downtown, and but they're just more. It's another avenue for them to get to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, because my mother used to tell me this about World War II and those times, you become a better artist when you are struggling, when life isn't so good. The emotions come out through whether that's a painter or a choreographer, it's an artistic expression. And I think that is the way that everybody came back. Like, I'm feeling this vibe, and I'm gonna express this vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
agree with that? It's
Yes.
like
This weird thing. So I have 2 sons. They're older and they're like doing great, good job. But right before my oldest son like went off to college. He was just moping around. I thought, God, what's wrong? I said, what's up, Josh? Like, what's going on? He goes, I just don't know how I'm going to succeed at anything. And I said, what? Yeah. What? And he goes, I haven't had to suffer at all.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa. Okay. And I also thought that was pretty cool.
Good self-awareness.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
He said, never fear, it's coming, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Everything comes in a
You're
circle.
about to move out. I'm about to stop paying. It's okay. But yeah, like and I know because he always heard me tell stories and this and that and this. And so he thought, I can't succeed. I haven't suffered.
Wow.
Yikes.
He'll succeed and he will suffer. Tell him I said that.
Those are both going to happen. So don't worry.
Yep.
This life, I believe, is a roller coaster ride. I don't even say that with dread. You have to live, you have to learn, you have to get stronger. It's just, you have to accept that it's like that. Otherwise, you're always only noticing the negative, I guess is a good way to say it. Am I making sense there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Accept the struggle. It's there for a reason. We will grow and learn. Jackie, I want to take you somewhere else. Tell everybody about your sons. What do they do? I don't talk to you about being a mom very much.
I know. Okay, so the oldest one works for Apple. He's a whatever computer, whatever they are. I don't know. And I've never understood any of the words coming out of his mouth. Because I try to be a good mom, I go, whoa, wow, that's amazing. No idea what he's talking about, but I could not be more proud. He is doing amazing. He's always been a smart guy, but okay, excelente. He's super creative. He grew up around dancing, didn't dance, grew up around dancing, was a musician for years. I thought actually that was going to be his path. And then 18 years old, rock band on tour at 16. Okay. At 18, he came to me, goes, I want to go to school. I said, great. Because I was a little bit worried, like, oh, what's happening? He went to school and then here we are. So I could not be happier. Second one was he's a caregiver. That's who he is by nature. When he was little, all he wanted to do was be a camp counselor. So he would pretend when he went to camp, he would be the camp counselor. Oh my God. So he went to school to teach math. And I thought, no surprise, he's going to be a teacher. Zero surprise. He finishes college. This is last summer. So not this summer, the last summer. Or the summer before, I don't know. And I did nationals and we did final cut and I was gone for 2 weeks. I came home. He's there. He comes out. There's all this stuff in the kitchen, cookies. Blah, blah. And I said, whoa, Aaron. He goes, yeah, I made it. I said, oh, yeah, you always love to do this. And he goes, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And I said, excuse me? Because he had just graduated college, 4 years of college, that I paid for.
Right. Wasn't it college tuition? The bill.
And he goes, I want to go to culinary school. And I said, okay. And he goes, I found this school. And I thought, I don't know anything about this either because I'm just the worst. So it turns out it's in 10 minutes from us, the second most recognized culinary school in the country. Okay, who knew? Great, let's go. You tell me. He goes, I've already been there. Oh, well, okay, here we go. And it's $7 zillion for this year. Cool. And it's accredited. Geez, we couldn't have figured that out last year. So off he goes. And now he's a chocolatier in this fancy pants place.
Wow.
So he wants to open his own thing. And there you go.
So he has the entrepreneurial bug in him.
Yeah. What?
They're
They're great.
He could come on weekends and sell chocolate to all of your dancers.
He already said I'm his first client because he makes chocolate that you don't recognize. Like I think of chocolate, Mounds bar, like, a Hershey bar. He brought home this box the very first day that they gave him, like this big, and it had 4 pieces of chocolate. And I opened it. I was like, whoa, I've never even seen chocolate like that. Whoa, Aaron, he goes, guess how much that is? And I thought, I don't know, it's 4 pieces of chocolate. He goes, $29. What? So he has decided, because we send presents, I shouldn't say this because some of these people are our teachers. He's decided that those are the presents we're going to give to our teachers starting in a year. I said, okay.
I get a parent discount and a bulk discount. So let me know. Let me
And
know
can
what
you
that
put
number is.
2 chocolates in a box for me?
It's
I'm going to
50%
give
off.
really little presents next year to all my studios. So they're good. Thank you for asking.
I always love to hear about people's kids because we are always so busy in what we do. And I feel like people in our field, we make interesting children who follow interesting paths. And you're no exception. Listen to your story. Jackie.
I'm cutting you off. Here I go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so 2 things that people will laugh, and one of them is going to make you feel better. So I traveled every weekend, their entire lives. Not every weekend, you know what I'm saying? During convention.
Yeah.
Had more guilt than anyone I knew, anyone I was around. I'm leaving my children. Oh my God, it's the weekend again. Bye. And I felt like the worst parent in the world. When I tell every dance teacher out there, I talk to my kids as adults and I go, and all those weekends, and they looked at me and they went, huh? I go, well, like all the weekends I was gone. So my best friend, she's grandma. And she always stayed at our house on the weekends. And I said, didn't you were you mad? Did you feel? And they looked at me like, no, I kind of don't. No. What? I spent 20 years feeling like the worst human on the planet. And they just went, no, I don't know. Did you bother you? No, no, nothing. But Aaron's friend did say that Aaron lives in a sitcom family.
There you go. And be proud of that fact. I was raised in a sitcom family.
There
myself.
you go.
Always different characters coming in and out of the show. Special guest stars who slept in our house. It was
And probably sequins everywhere and feathers.
Okay, now I'm not going to cut you off again, I promise.
No, that's okay. I appreciate your comments. I wanted to ask you this. What do you think makes a good dance teacher? What's the most important thing in your mind for a dance educator?
It's about the student, not the teacher. You have, even though you're correcting something, don't look for a result, because it can't be a result yet, because it takes a long time to get a result. And we know that because we went through it. So you just start saying something and then you say it again. And every single one of us has said, every teacher on the planet has said, I have told them 20 times. We've all said it. I tell them all the time and no one is listening. Yeah, they're listening. It can't get in their body yet. Mm-hmm. So don't look for a result right then, but pretty soon you're going to go, there it is. Phew, that was a long 2 years. The thing. Oh God, everyone gets this. When parents go, I don't want to start complaining about parents, but maybe just a little. When parents go, I don't understand why they're still doing those turns across the floor. like you're still doing chaînés. And because it is a muscle memory, and I'm not going to do it the first Tuesday in July, and that's it.
Right.
You do chaînés until they graduate high school.
Turns is my first turn they do across the floor in my senior jazz class.
And
first
you're welcome.
And same with these arms.
Oh my God. Thank goodness someone's doing
Yep. I said, we're going to do these until your arms fall off. You better know that. Then one going forward, one going backwards.
Slowly, girl. Come on.
And I've been doing that all my life, my friend.
Yeah. But me too. That was like jazz level 1. We learned this. And energy through your fingertips. Like they need to understand that. So when they're doing, 5 hands up, they do it over and over with like, no, it goes all, those basics are huge. You can't look over them. You have to have them at all levels for sure.
Oh my God, I agree with you. I'm tired of being asked to teach tricks instead of technique. Agree. You get to do that trick when you can do the technique of it, so you don't get hurt.
I'm only leaving that comment up there for 1 second because I could go on about the trick thing forever. And I know,
let's not. We all feel the same. All these people.
Can I just say is if you are a choreographer, then it is the emotion. It could be the port de bras. It could be stopping and standing still and just the line of the body. It brings an emotion or a feeling. It's the trick doesn't do that, especially when it's bang, bang, bang.
When it's bad.
And I will say, judges going into the competition world, they want that. I literally was choreographing a solo just this past week, or was it last Thursday? And I said, boom, boom, and freeze, take a breath, and then keep going. And she looked at me, she goes, that was a note that I got last year, that there wasn't enough, just too much movement, not enough moments. And she didn't know how to like articulate, and not enough moment to like digest it. Right. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm like, it's wonderful to have all these things, but there is also there's something worth just taking a breath and letting the judges and the audience feel that breath, It's
the same as having a conversation with someone. If you don't put a period somewhere, if you don't use proper, what's the word? Oh my God, I'm old. If you don't, I can only think of the word period. If you don't put a comma, I can't understand what you're saying. It becomes a run-on sentence.
That's how I explained it to her. I said, you can write in cursive, but the sentence has to finish.
Yes.
And
do the biggest, best trick. Thank you. Punctuation. I need that in my life. Do the biggest, best trick ever. And then don't follow it with something huge. Follow it with something that lets us live in that trick for a second. I just said a number here at my friend's, and I said, well, and he loved it. And I said, they're not going to win. But
it's okay.
They're not going to win, but dang, I almost said damn, but I didn't. I said, but dang, this dance is good. But they're probably not going to win.
Okay, we're not going to stay on this, but
okay, good.
I want to say this on that. I've heard people say that out loud, like if I do that, it's not going to win. Or I posted a comment about choreography and they go, yeah, but that's not what the judges are looking for. I want to say, why does it always have to be the objective is to win? Like that's an automatic place it goes to. If I'm going to do a piece of choreography, it has to be a winning piece of choreography. Winning choreography might not be the best choreography or the choreography that moves an audience to a place where they never forget what you did. Right? Yep. So when you are seeing a comment and you go, yeah, but that's not what the judges are looking for, know that not everybody is choreographing for judges.
Right. You're right. 1,000%. Maybe we
I
could go
just
on.
got-
We could go on, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't get my video to work, so I'm going to hit you with this question. Wait, though, Laura, do you have any closing questions for Miss Jackie that I didn't?
Well, I feel like I wanted to talk about the competition world and how you thought jazz dance in particular has changed. But I feel like we've kind of spoken about like the level has gone up. But
But the style has changed as it always has over the years. It's evolved. But here's something really cool that I think about always. I always like go back to Joe Tremaine because he taught me more. He taught me more than anyone. Okay. And he said to me one day, and Joe Tremaine, and he goes, I got to stay current or you die.
Mm.
And I always think about that. But now listen to me. Do you know if you stay current and you still have all the stuff you're bringing with you, what that could look like? That's the deal. You don't throw away the other stuff.
Right.
Just go, okay, this is a step that's cool now. I'm going to do this step now. Great. Do that step and wrap it around all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've just saved one more thing in your pocket. There's one more thing you can do. Can I complain about something?
Go.
Okay. Do you know what? I think all the choreographers need to think about this. Remember 1,000 years ago when we used to go, oh, that's so Luigi. Oh, that's so Fosse. Oh, that's so this. I'm having a problem differentiating between what is what. Because it all feels like I'll watch a number and go, I have no idea who did that. And then I'll watch a number and go, I have no idea who did that. I would love for everyone to find their little thing that just is their thing. It doesn't have to be a whole style because we have to be current. It's that. It's a thing. Because I know I will look at something that Christian Vincent does and I'll go, oh, good grief. That's just so Christian. Even if someone else is doing it, I could still recognize it as that's so Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is exactly the combination of both. Indeed.
Yeah.
Prefer being creatively weird. Me too, Alice. I know that you laugh at that, right? Because it's funny, but it is the truth.
Perfect.
I think to myself, what would nobody else do here?
Yes. Or what haven't I seen yet? And no, I feel like too, like as a choreographer, I don't want to get bored myself.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep like growing and I want to keep challenging myself. Like I literally said to my teachers when we had our meeting, last year, my senior jazz number had 14 formations. This year, I'm going to have 16. That's what I want. And I don't want to use any of the formations that we did last year. So I need to now go outside of my box and be like, okay, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I didn't do like, because I know I'm going to get into my pattern of what I like and what comes easy. Oh, that's so easy. Put a ripple there. Put a this there. Like,
Yes.
I know I can do because it's in my toolbox. But I think it's good for us as choreographers too to challenge ourselves and to keep our stuff fresh, you know? And I think that also goes to like going and continuing your education. There's things you can do as a choreographer and as a dance teacher, attend our conferences, do things like that, you know, that's going to keep your toolbox full of new things to bring back to your students and make you not be in a rut in November when you're like, oh my God, I have 37 dances I got to choreograph, you know, between now and May. Like we all get there, you know? So I think keeping your toolbox full and, you know, finding ways to do that.
And expose yourself to as much dance as you can.
Yes.
Dance that you don't do will inspire you. Styles, ethnic dance. Just it's about exposure and possibilities, what somebody's doing that you can take back and recreate in a different way.
Yeah, put your spin on it.
I feel like Dance Life Teacher Conference, cough, cough. I have no idea what that means, but cough, cough.
No, promoting it, meaning like go to Dance Life Teacher Conference. That's
Yes, come to the Dance Life Teacher Conference.
Don't worry.
You just dated yourself, Rhee.
We'd love to have you at the. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So, Jackie, because I couldn't play it, I'm going to ask you this question.
Don't ask. Okay, go ahead.
What is dance?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened when we did that interview. And I'm going to explain. So I remember, and people tell me about it and blah, blah, blah. And I said something along the lines of dance is what can make anything possible. And some people heard that when you dance, you can make anything. And that is true. And when I said that, it was because I came from not a great situation I came from a lower income family. We moved around. It was very different. I lived in my car for 2 years when I was 19 and 20 years old. And dance, I didn't start dancing till I was 18.
Oh, wow.
And yep, nothing, zero. I never saw a dance class. So, because of where I came from. So when I saw it, and then I like lost my mind, it made anything possible for me. So it was
kind of gave you the life that you have. Like, that's so incredible. Look at what you built with it. That's so like
100%. 100%.
You just directed the Industry Dance Awards. Like that's incredible. Like, that boggles my mind that you didn't even start dancing until your late teens. Like, that's incredible. That's incredible. Wow.
Just you can do it. Like, I swear, you can do it. I swear. Just dang it, do it.
I agree with you. Dance is a gift. And if you're lucky enough for that gift to like get embedded in your blood, it'll keep giving forever and ever and ever. And your bestest friends and your bestest experiences will be memories related to this gift.
And the worst experiences are the best stories later. Maybe we could talk for a while
that
about
was
them.
A good way to put it. Yes, we can always tell a story 20 years after it happens, and all of a sudden it became funny instead of catastrophic like it was at the time. How cool is that? Jackie, I love you. I love hanging out with you.
This was so fun. I was scared, of course. You know, I was scared.
Why are you so scared?
Well, I don't know. I'm just going to sit down here and say stuff. I don't know.
You're always good at this, and I'm going to have you back again. And one day we'll do it again where you get to tell us about growing up, because she has the bestest story. I'm going to leave everybody hanging here. She has.
Yeah. I'm so curious about and like your early training. I would love to hear more about that for sure.
Well, tell her, was it college, that first class you walked in, or
No, I was in high school. I was my second semester of my senior year, and they let us choose between basketball and modern dance. And I was going to do basketball because who does that? That's stupid. And then my friend said, "Oh, come on, let's take this. It's going to be easy." And I thought, okay. And it was weird, like it was weird. It was high school modern dance, and we did it in gym shorts. But my girlfriend said to me, "Come and watch my dance class." And I thought, well, okay, whatever. And it happened to be at Roland Dupre's, at Dupre Dance Academy.
Wow.
And I didn't want to go. And there it was. And I pulled out the folding chair in the door jamb, and I sat down, and Joe Bennett was teaching. And I don't know what happened, and I don't know what he was doing. And I didn't recognize the music, and I cried for an hour and a half. And that was that.
Because your soul recognized that it needed it.
That was the end.
Supposed to do.
That was it. And I had to get out of high school and figure out. Okay, got 6 more months in high school. How am I going to do? Yeah.
Wow.
It was the best.
You are the best. This is
love you.
we're a little overtime on this coffee
Sorry. Sorry.
talk. No, actually, I consider that it was a really good coffee talk.
100%.
Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Laura, for being my co-host. I appreciate you. And Miss Jackie, we're going to do this again.
Okay.
And I'm wishing everybody a great week. We usually have a 2-week break on Coffee Talk, but Laura and I will be back next Monday with some special guests.
Yep, on Halloween.
Halloween Day, wear your costume.
You should dress up, Rhee.
Oh, my cheeks are getting so big, I'm coming as a pumpkin.
Oh, jeez.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you all for being with us.
Bye. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.